Oh, hi. I didn't see you there. This is my 1997 Jeep Grand Cherokee Limited. The 1997 Jeep Grand Cherokee Limited was the luxury version. This meant it came with power seats, leather seats, a gold sound system that doesn't work except for one speaker, and some badges along the side of the car. This Grand Cherokee is known as the ZJ. Inside of the ZJ you could get a 2.5 liter inline 4, a 4 liter inline 6, or a V8 motor with a displacement of 5.2 liters, or in some countries a displacement of 5.9 liters. And of course, the only thing worse than having a motor that puts out 114 horsepower and just over 200 foot-pounds of torque in a car that weighs 3,500 pounds is the 13.8 miles per gallon you'll get with that 5.2 liter V8 motor. But who needs big gas lines when you can climb over big rocks? Okay, maybe it's not that big of a rock, but I'm selling it in a week, so give me some slack. To climb over those rocks, you must use your 295 pound-feet of torque. First, going through a transmission, then going to the solid front and rear axle. But what is it like to drive? Here. Watch. We're driving through the beautiful valley. I originally got this car from my girlfriend. We bought it for real cheap because they pretty much got gypped out for it. They just wanted to make some of their money back. They didn't know what they were buying. It's a fairly rare model of the 5.2 liter V8, which only also came in Dodges. I daily drive this car every day. The exhaust breaks every other month, making it scream, waking up my father when I come home at 3 a.m., from my girlfriend's house. Don't ask questions. It's okay. Everything's okay. Drove this all through the winter with no heat, which would be fine if you could keep the cabin closed and just kind of use the heat of the firewall, but then all the windows fog up. So the only way I could drive through the winter and not have my windows fogged up so that I can't see is to roll the windows down, put multiple layers on so I don't freeze to death, and try to drive to school on the highway every day. Issues with this car: the coolant sensor is broken. It's like a $10 coolant sensor, but I haven't fixed it, so every now and then you hear this ding. The oil pressure sensor was broken for most of my ownership, so that would ding and it constantly dropped to 0 oil pressure, but in all reality it had oil pressure, it just wasn't reading because the sensor was bad. It would only read if it was high enough. As a daily driver, it's been good to me. It did leave me stranded once. The power steering pump seized, causing the serpentine belt to spin over the pulley and cause the pulley to explode. It came off in 3 large chunks. What that meant was I lost my water pump and my oil pump. So I had to stop. And we have a biker, so I'm going to pass. The only off-road that this car has ever seen was the barrier between AMC Theaters parking lot and a McDonald's parking lot, because for some reason they don't connect the parking lots. So if you want to get between them, you have to go onto the busy main road and cut across to get to the turning lane, and then turn left back into the McDonald's parking lot so I can get my double cheeseburger. But, just drive over the barrier. It's no big deal. Every now and then you can just drive off the road in the valley, to scare everyone in your car. Is this boring? I don't know. I mean, I'm getting bored, but I've also been editing it. It's only 3 minutes. What time is it? 5 a.m. I'm going to bed. See, I don't know which I trust more. Holding the DSLR out of the car with 2 hands, or you holding it with one and trying to drive at the same time?
Oh, fuck you.